The Mini Cooper is known as a hot hatch that's just an absolute bundle of fun. This is the Mini Cooper S, which takes it up a level. It's the 2022 model and it's got a lot of options and a lot of options that you don't often see. This is the Mini Cooper S. My name is Will from ALX Specialist Cars, and in today's video we're going to be checking it out. So the 2022 Mini Cooper S gets well, almost full redesign. The front and rear bumper are all John Cooper Works styled. You'll see the gloss black accents which run throughout the car and all around it. The daytime run lights are of course the circular mini ones, and they are again encompassed in that gloss black trim. The colour of this car is, well, it's very, very special. It's not white, it's not silver. They call this white silver metallic. So it's somewhere in the middle. I'll let you guys decide. Is it more white? Is it more silver? But it's, to describe it, I would say it's a very metallic colour and almost slightly pearlescent, you could say. And yeah, you really can't quite decide which colour it actually is. The next thing that's then different from this car, which I'm sure you've noticed, is of course the panoramic sunroof. Now this is a big option on these cars, and I know a lot of people, well, it's an absolute requirement for them. If it doesn't have a pan roof, not for them, which is fair enough, and I can understand why. And around the pan roof is of course the gloss black contrast roof. Gloss black mirror caps sit on the side, and the upgrade wheels are also finished in gloss black. So definitely a very good looking car. It's also the 3-door model as well. So a lot of people say that actually looks a lot better than the 5-door model. I'm undecided, but I will let you guys decide whether that is true or not. The Mini, they're not made for a massive amount of space, are they? But I'm always pleasantly surprised by the space you do get on these cars, because it's actually surprisingly plentiful. As I say, it is a Mini, so don't get too excited. It's not cavernous, but it's a decent amount of space for a Mini, as I say. And the force floor does actually lift up to provide a little more depth underneath as well. So for those days when you need just a little extra space, you can do that. And the rear seats do of course fold down to provide well, quite a decent boot if you're not using them, of course. Now the rear of the car is also just as stylish as the front, and what you'll have noticed on this one, it is on all the newer models now, and I think it looks super cool, and it just pays tribute to the British heritage this car has, and that is the Union Jack tail lights. So as you'll see, you've got almost the Union Jack flag split up half and half, and when they first came out with this design I was a little unsure, but genuinely I absolutely love it, and I think it's such a cool thing to have and so unique. I mean, what other car has that? None. For the rest of the rear, you'll see the twin exhaust in the middle, indicating that this is the Cooper S. Gloss black diffuser sitting around the exhaust, and gloss black trim is also running to the back of the car as well. If you are watching this video, chances are you're wondering to be a driver of this car, and I wouldn't blame you. These are such fun to drive, and being the S, it's sort of the middle of the range if you want, so it's absolutely usable every day. You don't have to have it in sport mode burning all your fuel all the time, but if you want to switch it up you can, and you just on a B road it's just a tremendous amount of fun. But as I say, you can use it every day and you're not going to be at the fuel station all the time. So inside the car, and by the way, to get in the car there is actually an optional extra which makes it a lot easier. So it's got the Comfort Plus pack, and one of the things that includes is actually keyless entry and exit. So you can lock the car with that button there when you get out, but you can also unlock the car with that button as well. So as long as you've got the key in your pocket, which I do, press that button and then you can actually just open it without even having to touch the key. So say it's in your bag, it's in your backpack, whatever it may be, or wherever it may be, you don't need to worry about faffing about trying to find it. The next thing Comfort Plus also includes is the reverse camera. This car is equipped with it. It's also equipped with the front and rear parking sensors, which again, all part of that Comfort Plus pack, which is a paid for option. Inside the Mini is a fantastic place to be. You'll see LED lighting runs throughout. You can actually change the colour of that, and we'll show you a few more features now, but this has also got the bigger, more up-to-date screen, which does include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capability. So getting in the Mini Cooper S, it's, well, not a rally feel, but you feel very driver orientated, like you sat almost on the road in essence. Options this car's got, being winter time, this one's actually very important. It's got a heated windscreen. You don't find that often on these cars, and to have that this time of year with the snow we've had recently, with the ice, is absolutely fantastic. Next thing this car's got, I said it's got the bigger screen, so we push the car on and we do that with that button there. Quite unique, I know, quite different from the other cars, and you'll see heated windscreen is set, it's good to go. So to control the screen, it is touchscreen, or you've got this little spinny dial here and the shortcut buttons. I mentioned it's got Apple CarPlay already, but to get to sort of the home menu and what else it's got, you just hit menu on there and it'll take you to this screen here. My Mini, that's where your service history is stored, so you can push into there, go across to Mini, and then we scroll down to vehicle status. It'll show you if there's any sort of problems with it. If, I don't know, your tyre pressure is getting low, it's going to tell you. It'll tell you when your service is due. And by the way, Minis, as is this vehicle, a lot of them are serviced every 2 years, so you only need to service these cars every 2 years. So obviously that is going to save you a bit of money, whereas a lot of cars are yearly. So this car does have a full Mini service history, and to get to that, just press the little service requirements on there, and then we can click into service history, and you'll see it's had its first one in 2022. It's then had one February 24, so the next service would be due in 2026. And the ambient lighting I talked about, by the way, the car has covered just over 20,000 miles, but as I say, they are serviced on years, so wait until 2026, and that is when the next Mini service, or bring it back to here and we'll service it for you, is due. But nonetheless, the ambient lighting, as you'll have noticed, this is sort of doing a whole light show, and as does the rest of the car. So the ambient lighting runs from there. This is in tune with the ambient lighting under here, and then on the door cards as well. And as I mentioned, with this button here, you can actually change it up to what you like. The other buttons that are above your head, it's almost like being in, almost feels like you're in a fighter jet or something, with the buttons above your head and the switches and the toggles. But this is all for the panoramic roof, the middle one. So you can push that button there, it'll slide this one closed, and you do also have a sunblind as well, which you just drag across like that. And then the rear, it's got almost like a double sunroof, this car, and for a car that's pretty compact, it's absolutely packed with features. You of course get the rear fixed roof, which again does have a sunblind just like the front one as well. So a very, very well equipped car. It is a 4-seater as well. There are indeed 2 seats in the rear, and I have seen them being used. They are actually usable. Space on the Mini, then again, you've got twin cup holders here, you've got a little storage in there, you've got a USB charging port, more storage in your armrest, which does actually fold away. If you don't want it, you don't have to. You've then got big door bins. So yeah, a whole host of space in this Mini Cooper S. So guys, that is the Mini Cooper S. It's a 2022 car, covered just over 20,000 miles. A full Mini service history, with the next service not due until 2026. I've got to say, for me, the absolute highlight, well, number one, the colour in itself. I think it's such a special colour, and I'll let you guys decide. As I say, is it white, is it silver? It is in between, if we're honest. Then with the gloss black accents and the wheels, it looks absolutely fantastic. Pan roof, big option on the car, so if you would like any more information on this car at all, or indeed take it out for a drive, I can't imagine you'll be disappointed with how a Cooper S drives, then please do get in touch with me, running the team. My name is Will, and I'll be more than happy to help. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.